me seems crazy, crazy. Graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and
Okay, yeah, so man, what time for Ghost Game to just come back.
Came back with a good episode.
Yeah, honestly, it came back with a good episode that went basically nowhere.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought, is like, it's not a plot relevant episode, but also it seemed it was a good episode despite that. So
yeah, it was fun, had some good animation, you know, I liked it. We got a bit of, like, interesting foreshadowing, question mark.
or Kyo's just still being silly.
Yeah, sup yo, sup Flo.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I legit have no idea if it's actually supposed to be hinting that Kyo is like, there's something going on with Kyo, or if he's just being a chuny.
First time here for Ghost Game, awesome. I honestly, if you hadn't like caught with the series, this is probably still like a good one.
Yeah, fortunately, it's like for the purpose of just watching it to hear what happens in the episode or whatever, it's not like a plot relevant episode, so there's nothing to really get.
Yeah. Man, it's gonna be really interesting when we go like 2 weeks away from now, and it's like, alright, well, we finally finished Shaman King.
Now it's just Ghost Game.
I really hope Ghost Game starts getting more plot episodes by then. Well, it feels like we've only had, like, 2 or 3 things I would really call plot episodes so far. Everything else is just, like, whatever. I mean, yeah. It's been good whatever, but still.
It's just kind of annoying that we don't get more plot episodes.
Yeah. Jeez, this is like episode 22. This is like almost as much as like a longer like effing anime season would be nowadays. This is like, at this point in the original series, they're like in the real world fighting Myotismon and getting megas or some crap.
Yeah, it's kind of absurd how little the plot has progressed.
Subbed up.
Yep.
Oh man. So yeah, like, I do want to mention before we really get into things, Digimon card game, new crap coming out, new, like, cards and stuff. They're finally doing the effing, like, X-Ross War evolutions. And because of that, I'm being spoiled on, like, every X-Ross War form. And they seem pretty cool, but also, dang it, I kind of want to go in blinder, oh well.
I'm almost certain it's just Cross Wars.
Yeah, is it Cross Wars? Ah, no, I'm just gonna probably keep calling it X-Ross Wars.
You're going to drive me insane.
That's gonna be amazing. But yeah, it's got me hyped for finally getting to that series, but also, holy crap. So, hot take about Ghost Game. It's a good show overall, however, I don't think the way they handled episodic structure was good, I assume he meant. And yeah, honestly, 100% agree.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, no, actually, no, I don't really agree. And that's not because he's wrong per se, but it's because there's not enough plot episodes to handle it any other way.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, it's like, because as we mentioned, this is like a good episode, this is like a fun one, but also like, what? Got past cyclist who is beyond drunk and now my butt, jeez, you okay, man?
That sucks.
I would not assume drunk cyclists would be a thing, but I guess I would be wrong on that note.
Yeah, it seems like you would need too much coordination and balance.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine a form of, like, locomotion that would be harder to do drunk than, like, moving on, like, an object in, like, a coordinated fashion while, like, trying to keep it straight.
I mean, clearly they failed or they wouldn't have hit depth, but...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just amazed they were able to, like, get anywhere like that, like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Man. So yeah, Ghost Game. This episode, freaking like Jellymon is like, oh hey, let's just feed human dreams to this Pillowmon and just put everyone to sleep and make money. And Kyo's like, wait, you're doing what now? And then it goes badly.
Yeah. So I like that Jellymon is like doing all these weird scams and stuff.
Oh man. Like, Jellymon really is kind of like just the root of all the problems this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's funny that like there's a Digimon partner in this series that actively causes problems a lot of the time.
Yeah. Episodic works when you're out to weave plot threads within the episode. The issue with the show is that it's inconsistent. Some episodes just end and you're like, wait, what? Oh yeah, this feels like a lesser version of the Steven Universe problem with that stuff.
And I've hardly watched Steven Universe. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, where it's like, fine doing injuries, just fell on the edge of the curve. Jeez, well, I'm glad you're okay, man, but holy crap. I'd be a bit more shaken probably if someone just ran me over with a bike. But yeah, it's like student user, blah blah, student says a big, like, crazy thing where it's like, oh yeah, yo, you'll just, like, get a bunch of episode tile reveals, and, all the fans would, like, immediately, like, oh yeah, which one is gonna be important? And you'll see something that's, like, effing, like, Gym Wars or something, and they'll just be like, oh, let's hang out with Ronaldo and just play board games, and it'll be the most nothing crap ever. In the very next episode is like, oh, Mr. Greg, and it's like, alright, that's not gonna be anything. And it is the biggest character episode of the season.
Well, I thought the main issue of Steven Universe is that while a lot of the characters introduce characters, or like they'll bring up a tiny thing that'll come back later, like
yeah.
all the plot, like there would be an episode of plot per season.
Yeah, basically. It's
like
that's the thing. Yeah.
This is maddening.
Yeah, that's why I call it like kind of a microcosm of that, because the third student universe is like, when you get a plot episode, it's usually like a pretty big one. It'll be like, oh hey, we're like introduced to like, the governing forces of like the alien world, and now we're just gonna go up to the planet, and it's gonna be like this big crazy ordeal for like 2 episodes, and they just teleport back, and then like it's like 10 episodes of Steven just hanging out with Lion and just like going to the amusement park.
Post game, I don't know. I watched some of the unimportant episodes of Steven Universe as they aired, and it was just like, man, this is boring.
Yeah.
But a lot of Ghost Game episodes at least have the benefit of being fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Ghost Game episodes feel way more consistent, but it's also like a quote-unquote plot episode is gonna be like, oh hey, this fire Digimon is causing fires and we gotta stop them from burning people. And they do it, and they're like, oh hey, by the way, Black Gatomon just sent us here or something. It's just the most minor detail, but it's like, what does this mean though?
Yeah.
That's the episode. That's your plot episode.
Yeah. Or like, there is a bit of a problem. Is like, I'm glad Galus Gamamon came back recently, but it was just at the end of the episode and for like less than a minute.
Yeah, like they just show up literally just to kill like a villain. And they're just like, okay, well, now I've killed this one-off villain, it's not time for me yet, and they disappear. It's like, alright. Cool. Big stirring guy, so I usually don't shook that easy. I was more taken by surprise than actually hurt. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I really like that episode. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It was a fun episode, but also I want more to happen.
Yeah. The first time Galus Gamamon appeared was incredible, and it's one of my, like, as far as plot episodes goes, it's my favorite.
Oh man, yeah.
Because stuff happened.
So yeah, this episode, everyone's just stuck in a dream, and there's like, Pillowmon is having a nightmare about a time where Skullgreymon chased them. So there's just a Skullgreymon chasing everyone around now. And it's like,
This
oh,
is a nightmare Skullgreymon.
yeah. A Skullgreymon that seemingly just straight up cannot be destroyed, and every time Ruri, like, manages to escape him, she, like, loops back to this, like, tree, this, like, cherry blossom tree in the dream, and they quickly figure it out, and they're like, oh, well, this is a problem. Oh, man, but yeah, it's, like, a fun scenario. It's, like, they very quickly establish the whole, like, you die in the dream, you die in real life thing, you know?
Which became apparent when people, for Jellymon's little, like, sleeping business, and people were waking up with, like, injuries and, like, torn up clothes and stuff.
Yeah, and they go on to further establish it really, really hard. Man, like, honestly, if you had to choose between being chased by, like, frickin' Freddy or Skullgreymon, which is worse?
Freddy'd be worse, because Freddy is like a manipulative, like, he seems more intelligent than Skullgreymon.
Yeah, that's why I'm
that's
thinking.
The problem.
Yeah, because it's like, alright, Skullgreymon's like a big bone dinosaur. You have like no chance of fighting back. He might just nuke you. But like, at least, you know, if you get caught, you'd like get it over with. Freddy like actively like tortures people and like, you know, has fun with it.
There's also a chance that he just doesn't fire the nuke at all, like in this episode.
Yeah. Ghost Guy's really hanging on the goodwill of the audience. Oh, heck yeah, it is. Needs to live on where they're setting up. But with that said, this is a dope episode overall. Oh, yeah. Is thankful. Like, I don't know if you saw the next episode preview. The next episode seems like it probably will be a plot episode, maybe.
It seems like our old friends from the previous episodes are coming back, which is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. I don't know where things are going. I just hope we get more consistent plot episodes.
Yeah. So there's a new ending song, and so I watched up to it. I watched through it and the preview since I was there anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, so Skullgreymon chases everyone around, and then, like, eventually,
the animation...
Yeah.
Sorry, the animation this episode looks pretty good.
Yeah, like, Skullgreymon just has to, like, fight, you know, like, friggin' Sombra and Goromon and, like, Tesla Jellymon. And, like, the animation on them, like, getting powered up when everyone realizes it's a dream, so they just do whatever, and they, like, start dodging his attacks and stuff. And it looks so good. Yeah,
that bit at the end where, of course, it's Kyo who's just like, wait a minute, it's a dream. Of course he does lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm a god in here.
Yeah, Kyo's like, oh, what do you mean? Like, I'm like in the ocean, but I'm not drowning? Oh, right. Oh, of course.
So I thought it was going to be, like, from what I understand of lucid dreaming, is like you establish something to trigger in your mind that it's a lucid dream, and so that's what happened, and so you realize it. And I was like, oh, so, like, the ocean is his thing.
Maybe? I don't know.
But the thing is, they never established that that's what it is, so I don't know if that's what they were going for or not.
Wonder if the show lost episodes because of the whole Toei hack situation. I don't know if it did. I don't believe so. I know, it'd suck if they did.
I doubt they lost any episodes.
Yeah.
Because surely they have it backed up somewhere.
Hopefully, like, the big result is just, like, I don't know, they had a bit more time to, like, work on things or whatever, and it's, like, a weird net positive, but I don't know, it's probably not that clean. Probably not that, like, simple.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this sequence where it's like, oh, it's a lucid dream and we could do anything, and then Goramon's just like, Simba and Goramon's just like, all right, then in my head that means I'm super powerful, super fast, and can duplicate myself.
Yeah. Oh, they have more of the lost time slots because that's by season. Yeah, maybe. That would really suck. I really hope it's not that. I don't think they're, like, restricted by it that much, because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sun's
Uploading
lost
to
10 episodes
Crunchyroll.
because of COVID. Holy crap, jeez. Yeah, that's... With, like, how the show's been going, if that happens, that would be, like, devastating.
I mean, Ghost Game is being uploaded to Crunchyroll. I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying, right? Like, maybe they only had, like, so much time to, like, get the season out, and, it's like, yeah, that just screws it up. Yeah, it's on the network.
I would hope that the executives or whatever would understand the complications. I know that's not realistic, but considering what Nickelodeon did to, like, Legend of Korra, but...
Yeah, Japan's a bit of a different place. Maybe it's not as, like, bad over there.
I was about to say, but that's Nickelodeon. That's an American company.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, this is just, like... I feel like there's not much to really say here. It was just, like, a fun, like, just solid episode.
Yeah, it's cool. Simba and Goramon is super strong, super fast, duplicates himself, and just blasts wind at Skullgreymon.
Simba and Goramon is the fastest and the strongest.
Yeah, in his dreams at least.
In his dreams.
And then Tesla Jellymon is just like, all right, what if I just turn into a giant and beat the crap out of this thing?
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah,
Okay. Till they work something out. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. It'd really suck if they had, like, screwed over by this.
Yeah. But yeah, Kyo is just like, yeah, we should really get a hold of Hero so he can help us before we go to sleep and dive into the dream. And then it cuts to Hero, and apparently Gamamon, like, bit his phone and broke it.
I feel like we saw that, but I forget what the exact context is. But I feel like I remember seeing that at some point.
It's been weeks, so I don't remember, but it might have.
I could be super wrong. It might have been during, like, the friggin', like, Weedmon thing. Where he, no?
It can't have been, because Hero surely had his phone since then. And that's been weeks and weeks of episodes.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. When was that? I don't know. It's whatever. It's fine.
If it happened in an episode, it was recent.
Yeah. Oh, it's worth knowing. This is an episode where, like, Gamamon and Hero just sit out of the action.
Yeah, the only thing they do is they send Bakumon via email to Kyo.
Nice that they didn't do that, by the way.
Well, it's a Digimon. Of course they can do that.
Yeah.
You just put the data in as an attachment. You just send the email or the text or whatever.
Data size of an email attachment.
I don't know.
Well, I love the idea of, like, oh yeah, we'll send Bakumon there, and it's like 50,000 gigabytes. It's like, oh, yeah, you need to, like, slim down a bit, bud.
Isn't Bakumon like a rookie anyways?
Yes.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. I can't imagine. Could be worse.
If Diaboromon can split himself into his, like, in training form and make thousands upon thousands of them and send them through data, I think a rookie'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah.
Trying to frankly give on focus stuff. Yeah. It's good that Hero and Gamamon aren't the focus of this episode.
Man, it would be really fun to, like, if we ever just learn just for real, like, we get a hard number on how big, like, the data packet for, like, a rookie is.
Somebody's probably thought of this and figured it out.
Yeah, just, put, like, Terriermon in, like, a zip file, and it's, like, 48 gigs or something. Like, exactly.
Like, somebody's probably game theoried this, where they're like, okay, in the episode Revenge of Diaboromon, or whatever it's called, an in-training Digimon is sent through this phone, which can only send an attachment of this size. And so if we use that logic and blah, 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 and Diaboromon is made up of thousands, then we can probably figure out what a rookie would be.
Oh, alright, I think I found something. The amount of data each Digimon level represents.
Heck
it's
yeah.
just a meme image.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like, Bodemon, it's like about, like, 5 floppy disks, you got, like, Koremon's about, like, a CD. Agumon's like a Blu-ray. Greymon's like an industrial flash drive. Friggin' like Melgreymon's like a friggin' like, just straight up like computer disk, like a computer like desktop of RAM.
Like a motherboard.
Yeah, like a motherboard, and like friggin' Wargreymon's like a server room.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's about right.
We could be the ones to do the dumb game theory thing with it.
Oh man, if only we knew more. Because, like, alright, if nothing else we know in the future, like, phones do have enough processing power to, like, send a Digimon through email. So that seems like a pretty solid limit to start with.
Well, like I said, I think a good starting point would be to go back to Revenge of Diaboromon and look for the in-training Digimon popping out of the phone. And it's like, all right, what phones were popular in Japan at this time?
Oh, wait, there might be a can exclamation.
Heck yeah.
Someone says, could have sworn I read somewhere that Wargreymon is like 5 gigabytes.
No way.
Yeah, that measurement comes from one of the old games, and the idea is that a general power level, WG's program is 5 gigabytes big indication. It was a lot more data in 1999 than 20 years later. We are still using floppies and PC hard drives topped at 10 gigabytes.
Well, hey, there we go. It wouldn't make sense for the file size to have increased just because we got bigger hardware.
Man, Shine Greymon is making so much more sense now. Yeah, gigabytes were huge back then, yeah. Cause it's like, oh yeah, like my computer would store something like, like 300 gigs or some crap. That's probably not accurate. But let's say, for example...
I think total my computer has 3 terabytes.
Yeah. How much storage do you actually have on the laptop? Like, just...
Oh, no, it's, oh yeah, roughly 3.
Alright, yeah, 921 gigabytes on the laptop, 11 gigabytes free, and that's enough to make it go, eh.
I have 3 terabytes of space and I'm running out of room.
I've got, like, 2 more Greymons of space left.
Holy crap. You're worse off than I am.
Remember, we have to use several discs for games, FF Sun, for example. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, if, like, War Greymon's, like, a 5, they have to imagine Shine Greymon's, like, like, a 500 or something. And it's like, no wonder it's just stated to be stronger in every way. The D-terminal toys and sizes for Digimon stages that went up to 20 gigs, I think. Yeah. Standard measurement for Digimon virtual pets is the G, which means gigabyte. The solid Digimon are measured in Gs, even those baby fresh levels. V-Pet's Warground usually weighs 20G, though in some cases may also weigh 30G, as well as the smaller Ultimate/Mega Digimon. Okay, so it has been updated. Wait, is that what weight is in Digimon World 1?
Maybe.
Maybe not, but that actually does make a lot more sense now, yeah. That's more I dread to know how many hard drives Examon occupies. And someone says 1 exabyte, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, just, like, that honestly makes a ton of sense now. I guess now we know. Oh, man. But yeah, I saw an episode. At the end, Kyo's just like, oh, wait, back there, that felt like me, but it wasn't me, as he looks at his hands super seriously. And he's like, what was that? Do I actually have a special power?
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, Digimon Survive finally got a release date. Oh yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah,
Yep.
don't know if you guys were... Yeah. I don't know if I'll play Survive, like, the day it comes out or anything like that. Probably not. But I will definitely get it and I'll probably play it at some point. I'm, like, super into it. Like, I need to know. This game sounds really cool.
Okay, so an exabyte is, if I'm reading this number correctly, is 1 million terabytes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which is insane. But yeah, and unfortunately it launches the day before Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
Oh,
so
it's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, and so on Twitter, I went and left a response to the release day message saying like, "Hey, if you like both, consider getting Digimon and
Yeah.
instead of Xenoblade, because Digimon needs the support."
Straight up. Oh man, that's the thing though, because it's like, don't expect Survive to do well. Oh man, yeah.
I'll buy it day one just to support it. I mean, I'm interested, but
Man.
yeah, I gotta support it.
That's the thing though, because don't forget that, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was, like, notoriously super hard to get a hold of because they, like, underprinted the actual game copies and it overperformed. So it's like, there is a period where it's like, people are just talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and then, like, there's, like, no discussion because no one could get a hold of the effing game. Like, think, like, original copies are still, like, just stupidly expensive, because holy crap.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't expect that to be the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 situation, but there is precedent that it could just disappear. They've been with tactile RPG elements is already a hard sell. It's possible, but man, it's... Oh, yeah. Jeez, I mean, yeah, when you put it like that...
I mean, I'll be real. The Survive doesn't look all that appealing to me in certain ways.
I'm super interested. Like, I want to know what the story is. I want to, like, see these tactics elements, and I want to, like, you know, like, make those decisions where I screw up my Digimon on accident. I want the full blind experience. Oh, man. So, yeah. Anything else we really need to get into with the Ghost game?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like... Oh, yeah, also I should mention, Pillamon's just sort of in the background a lot of this episode. Because, yeah, he's just following them in the dream world, so of course.
To wake it up so that everybody be released from the dream.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of little points before they actually had that reveal where you just see him just in the background of a shot, and I'm like, wait, is that? Huh. Okay. Like, plot-driven stuff, and certain series did well, like Danganronpa Readthrough. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, maybe it can, like, get people. It's hard to say.
My problem, from what I've seen and heard of Survive, is, like, critical decisions can happen in dialogue instead of, like, gameplay.
I'm into that. Like, I want my decisions to matter.
It's like you say it's like, oh, there is a decision in the visual novel part, and I don't know, I'll answer this truthfully, and then my Digimon turns into something stupid.
Hey, if that's where my decisions lead, like, so be it.
I don't like it. But I'll buy it, and I'll play it.
I'm, like, super on board. It's most of the visual and also, like, 60-40. Okay, yeah. I'm super on board with just being like, oh, hey, do you like so-and-so? And I say no, and my thing turns into, like, a Numemon or some crap. I don't think it'd be that stupid, but I'd be up for it. As long as it makes, like, some level of sense, I'm fine.
I don't know the degree that your decisions count for stuff like that, so I'll play it before giving a full opinion, but what I've heard so far, I'm not crazy about, but...
Yeah.
Whatever, we'll see.
But yeah, good Digimon episode. good episode. Right, which is... Oh yeah, of course. So you possibly get dark evolutions. Yeah. Like, I'll have that moment where my character gets angry and does the evil thing, and my Digimon goes evil.
Well, the problem with that kind of thing is, like, it'll be a decision you make, so it'll be, oh, do I just play as a bad person this playthrough?
I won't be like...
It's just a morality thing, but, like...
Yeah.
Not influenced through gameplay, it's just like a dialogue decision.
I feel like that's the one thing. It's like, alright, if this turns into like a morality system, I don't want to be like, oh, the sum total of your things equals this, so you have to be like, full good or evil. I want to be like, like, case-by-case basis, just like, like, give me the option to, like, get angry and evolve my Digimon through anger, just straight up. It's a bit more nuanced, but we'll see, yeah. Like,
I'm skeptical until I can play it.
I don't want to be like the Mass Effect, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be real, and it's like, hey, this situation, you're like a really good person, and like, oh, but these 2 times you were mean, and the decision comes, and you say something nice, and you get the evil option. Like, some weird thing like that, but yeah, I'll see, I'm like, definitely interested. I will stream that when I get it, probably. Probably, when I can make a day for it.